Welcome back to my channel. So if you'd like to see how I do a fill on full nail tips versus removing them fully, then this is the video for you. So I'll get started. So to begin with, I'll show you the bits I'm using. This one is a T-Rex carbide bit from Erika's ATA, and I will put all of the links to all of the bits down in the description. This one is perfect for removing soft gel tips, for shortening, just removing the color. It's the perfect one for this, and look how quick it removes. So I did this in real time just so you can see how well these bits work. And I do have a 10% off code for Erika's ATA. You can see that up on the screen. I'll also mention other products in this video. I'll put them down in the description as well. But yeah, just removing off of the tips, like I'm not going on the natural nail at all. So you want to make sure when you're doing a fill on the full nail tips, if there's any lifting whatsoever, you have to remove that, and then you're going to be able to fill it nicely. So I'm just doing that, and I will have one nail here, I think 2 or 3 down, that I actually do have a lot of lifting, but you can still do a fill on that. Now it's your choice if you remove them fully, and I do have a video on how to remove them fully, the full nail tips. You can see that up in the top right hand corner, or you can do a fill like I'm doing. I prefer sometimes to do a fill, but if I want to change the shape or the color or the length, then I will remove them fully. So it's whatever your preference is, but you can definitely do a fill on these full nail tips. So if you've been watching, you may have noticed I shaped with this bit too. It's very good for shaping. I am going to use a different bit for the other nails to shape with, just to show you that bit, but you could just use this bit for removal and shaping and shortening. So I have a little bit more on the corner there. You can see a little tiny bit of lifting after I brushed it. So I want to make sure and get that. I'm just going to take the T-Rex again and just remove that. And then I'm going to be moving on to the other nails. And the next nail I will do in real time as well, just so you can see. But there you go. See, I've removed all the lifting. You can tell there's no more lifting. And I'm going to be doing my cuticles, like I said, after. So going on to the next one, again, it's going to be real time, so you can see how quick this removes everything and how much a product or how much of the full nail tips I will have to remove in order to do a fill. So as I'm removing the color off this one, you can see on this side I do have, it looks like quite a bit of lifting, so definitely have to remove that and try to stay on that full nail tip. You don't want to be putting the T-Rex directly on the natural nail, and I don't have it at a really high speed as I'm doing the edges. I don't find that I need to, and it removes it quickly. So just going to keep going around, and anything that is lifted definitely have to remove. And you can see I did remove quite a bit. I have a little bit left there that I have to get before I move on to the other part of the nail. So right away, I'm going to bring the nail up closer because I want to show you. You can see there's an air bubble under that full nail tip. So I do have to remove that as well. So I'm just going to fully get rid of that. So this nail, I did end up having to take quite a bit off, but I can still do a fill on it. It's not going to affect it in any way that I can't do a fill by removing more. Just want to make sure, I can't stress it enough, you have to remove that lifting. Otherwise, you could take the chance of getting a greenie under there. So very important. So I'm happy with the way this nail looks. I'll just bring it up close. I'll just dust it off so you can see what I have left of the full nail tip. Quite a bit removed on that side, but that's okay, like I said, and a little bit on that side. So now I'm going to speed up the video. I don't think you need to see it in real time anymore, and just removing the other 3 nails, the color, and checking for lifting. And I think not this one, but the next one, I do have quite a bit of lifting. So you'll see how much of that tip I had to remove in order to get rid of that lifting. But again, that's okay. I can still do a fill on it. So I'm just going to let you watch me finish removing. And when I get to the next bit I'll be using, I definitely will be back. just brushing this one off. I'll show you up close how much I had to remove. As you can see, about half of the full nail tip is gone, and there is no lifting with what is left, so that's good. So moving on to the thumb now. Now I'm done with the removal and checked for lifting, and if I missed any of the lifting, the cuticle bit will help me get rid of the rest of it. So I'm just going to grab another bit, and this one is from Erika's ATA as well. It's the Refine Ball, and you get these in a pack of 2, so that'll be down in the description as well. So this bit is excellent for removing the cuticle off the natural nail, the dead cuticle that is, and as well it is really good for removing the cuticle off the skin. So you can use this instead of using a cuticle nipper, but I like to use a cuticle nipper too, and I will be showing you that as well here right away. But so going around that cuticle and removing anything off that natural nail, just because it's going to prevent any lifting when you do that fill. So of course I just showed you in real time the cuticle bit using it. Now I'm going to speed it up, but you can see here I did have some lifting that I did not remove with the T-Rex. So that's what this bit is perfect for. If you have some extra lifting, it will help you get rid of that. And just going around that natural nail, of course. So now that I'm done with the cuticle bit, remember I did not shorten the 4 nails. I only shortened the first one with the T-Rex. So I'm going to use a different bit on the rest of the nails to shorten. It's my favorite for shaping. This is a medium carbide bit, a smooth top from Erika's ATA, and I love this one for shaping and shortening. It's just a nice smooth bit, and it does such a great job, and at a little bit higher speed too, and then you get a really nice shape with your nails, and you can hand file if you want, but this does the job really quick, so I like to use it. So again, I was using that bit in real time, so now I'm going to speed it up for the other 2 that I'll be showing you. So after I'm done shortening and shaping, the next thing I want to do is trim my cuticles, the white part of the cuticle, the dead part that is on my cuticle still that's sticking up. And oh my goodness, I have my new favorite nippers. I will tell you why in a minute, but these are our professional set of cuticle nippers from Daily Charm. I will have that link down in the description. Very sharp, and right away I'll explain why. So this is on the right, the Daily Charm new ones that I just received and my old ones. And what I love about them so much is the fact that the Daily Charm nippers are not as wide, so it makes it really sleek and easy to get around the cuticles, say especially on the nails that aren't as wide, and they are so very sharp. So I do have a 10% off code for Daily Charm. You can see that up on the screen, so it will be down in the description as well, but I highly recommend these nippers. So you were seeing me do it in real time. Now I'm just going to speed up the last two nails, nipping those cuticles. So I'm done all of the prep work in order to do a fill on these nails, so there's no lifting. So now I'm spraying with some nail prep, and I do have an older video where you can make your own nail prep if you don't have any. So that's in the top right hand corner. So just wiping the nails really well in order to apply products that I'll be using to do this fill. To do a fill on the full nail tips, you can use the same products that you applied the full nail tips with. It's the 3-step system from Daily Charm, the primer, the bonder, the extension gel. And if you want to see how to apply full nail tips and not actually do a fill, that video is in the top right hand corner where I show you how to do the application of the full nail tips. But anyways, I am actually going to use different products today because when I applied the full nail tips, these were the ivory nail tips, so they have that white color to them. If I'd used the clear, I would definitely be using the 3-step system from Daily Charm, but I just kind of want to balance the color on the whole nail and kind of match that ivory color that's still there. So I'm taking my primer, my Magic Gel primer, and now my Magic Gel base coat, and I'm applying that thinly and pushing it down and curing for 60 seconds. So you would use the Daily Charm primer, then their bonder, and then their extension gel. It's a little different than what I just did, but just so you know, any questions about that, just ask me. But so applying the base gel from Magic Gel, curing that, and now I'm taking a Trinity shade. It's SW1, and it's a beautiful natural looking builder. It's new. I have not used it before, and it's from Accents, but I've heard good things about it, so I want to fill in those nails so that they all look balanced and the same color. When applying the builder, you want to do a slip layer. Do not cure it. And then I'm going to take a dollop of that builder and fill in the nail and float it over the nail. And of course, near the tip of the nail, you don't need as much product because you're just balancing the regrowth area more than anything, and you still have enough on the tips. So same with the Daily Charm extension gel, you would do a slip layer with it and then take a dollop of it and fill in the nail. So very similar to what I'm doing with the Accents gel. Finish filling in the nail, I'm grabbing my art liner brush from Daily Charm, my favorite brush, but it's just really good for getting along the edges and filling in where I need to. And also make sure you have a nice apex, so I'm pulling that over that area to make sure it's where it's supposed to be, my apex. And once I have that done, I will flash cure this nail and move on to the next one. I will just be showing you one more nail, and I chose this one because it's missing half of the full nail tip. So I'm doing that slip layer and not curing it, grabbing that dollop of builder gel, and again, just watch how I float it over the nail and fill it in so it's nice and even. And I want to make sure again I have a nice apex, and just float that gel so you don't have any air bubbles in it. And sometimes I'll use a dotting tool to move the gel around. So that is it for what I'll be sharing with you on the fill of full nail tips. Now, if you feel that the nail tips are lifted too much, I would just remove them and start fresh. But if they're not, this is a good way of doing it so you don't have to do full removal. Here are the nails with the builder before they're filed, and I'll be showing you right away them filed. Now I'm ready for application of color and products. So if you want to see how I do my nails after this, click the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. Thanks everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see everyone in the next one.